Hey. Oh, shit. Where's my. Oh. Forgot the microphone. Here we go, guys. Hey, Savage AF is the name of the show. There's a cat here all over the microphone. Goddamn cats. Find your ass. Anyways, as you can see, man, this is a drill solo edition. Shang is on the road, making his way back from the District of Columbia, which, if you don't know, that's the capital of America, Washington, D.C. That's what the D.C. stands for. You should kick yourself in the back of your head. Okay. Savage AF is the name of the show. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Cheers to you guys. Bing. Prosecco today. Keep it light for the moment. Savage AF is the name of the show. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. I'm Black Pedro, as you can see here in the corner of the screen. Shang is not with us, man, today. He's still with us. It's not ghost starting rumors, but yeah, man, that's what it is. Savage AF. Oh, I see people building in the building. Come build with me today, y'all. Let's talk about something. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys that we are here 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, live on YouTube and Facebook. If you ever miss us live, use a sucker. Get your life together, man. You see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen right there. Whoop. YouTube.com/C, the letter C, /SavageAF World, all one word. And that'll get you to our YouTube channel, man. That's how we do that. You know what it is. All right, man. Also, like I said, we're on Facebook Live. So that's Savage A.F. 2 dots, double dot that up. That's what you got to do. see, that's what you got to do. All right, man. So do that, Savage A.F. on Facebook, Meta World Peace Place. Don't King Adverb. I don't even feel right saying that. You know, I'm just gonna call you Adverb because you know I don't like royalty, and that's what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I'm onto your ass. Bronda, Damani, stick with me, y'all. It's a Dro solo edition by myself today. Like I said, Shang is traveling. But you know, you can always keep up with us on the one place that keeps comedians alive. It's like an ER center for comedians' careers. I call it the IG because I don't have time to say IG or Instagram. It's just takes too much time. On the IG at Black Pedro, you see it right there. Boom, boom, boom. At Black Pedro. Also, make sure you're following comedian Shang. Let me put that up there for those who like spellers and letters and things like that. Shang with a G at the end. You know what it is. All right, man. I think that's about it for the opening for the business today. And today's going to be a short one. Sorry. Yeah, today's going to be a short one. I personally, man, and again, I'm sorry, it is Monday, the 19th of August. Oh no, I'm sorry, September. Hey, 2022 in the time-space continuum. You know what it is, man. Mondays, they're rough. This story really got to me, and it's still getting to me. It's still getting at me. And when I talk about it, when I bring it up, I guarantee you're gonna be like,
motherfucker, say what? Yeah. Motherfucker, say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, man. Yeah, this one. You know, there's the adage in the Bible. Like, I don't know the exact story behind it, but you know the sins of the father shall visit the sons. You know, that kind of idea that if your ancestors don't do things the right way, you could end up paying for them, right? Generations later. Um, that seems to make sense. What I'd say doesn't make sense is getting paid for the sins of your father, which seems to be what has happened and is happening in Iowa. Um, Piper Lewis is her name. Young black woman. She's 17 years old now. I'm gonna do a ghetto feed today. I didn't really have time to to download pictures and stuff, but that's her right there, man. Piper Lewis. I'm getting that for NBC News. Now 17, but at the time of when she was 15, I'm sorry. By the way, thank you all for being here, Bronda Damani. Adverb. Okay, slow down with the king, your highness. All okay? You're getting ahead of yourself. Maya, I see you as well. Ev Gatlin, I see you as well. Um, so Piper Lewis, tell me if you heard about it. Um, when she was 15 years old, she was taken in. Let's say she was living on the streets, kind of, and sleeping in the hallway of an apartment building that I think she kind of just slipped into. A 30-year-old man met her and ended up taking her in and trafficking her and raping her. I mean, again, she was 15 years old. Um, one night while he was asleep, she stabbed him a good 30 times. Um, or maybe not that guy, but an attacker, somebody who had been um, raping and trafficking her. A guy named Zachary Brooks, who's 37 years old at the time. She stabbed him, a good 30 times or so while he was asleep. Okay. Uh, she was going to be charged with second-degree murder. Um, Instead, a judge has found leniency, and I'm using air quotes here, which it is. But she'll be under probation, uh, 5 years of closely supervised probation. But here's the part that tricks me out really, is the $150,000 that she's been ordered by the state of Iowa. Essentially, this judge has no choice in the matter. Apparently, according to Iowa law, which let me see, Maya Baker highlights for us, part of the legal team here at Savage AF. Unfortunately, Iowa law required that judgment, but another example of victim shaming. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I understand the concept of, especially if you purposefully or accidentally kill the breadwinner, especially of a family, that, there be some, monetary, damages that you'd have to pay. But in this case, when you have a child molesting rapist murderer who happened to catch a knife 30 times while he was asleep, bad dreams sometimes. Um, I don't see that family being owed $150,000. Adverb. Sorry, I'll read this one. Pedro won't let Miss Adverb be great. I'm not trying to stop you. Just you're a commoner like the rest of us. All right. We all need to work together. You're not no king or queen, especially without paying child support. But Adverb asks, was the man white? This I don't know. Zachary Brooks is the name, so it could go either way. That name literally could go either way. Um, but that being said, I guess the silver lining to the story is that in addition to her not Piper Lewis not facing any jail time. Um, and you're right, Queen B isn't a queen either, so we'll just call her B, QB, quarterback. Because yeah, I'm doing away with all the royalty shit. All right, God damn it, we all pay taxes. But I love you, and I want you to be your best. Because gosh darn it, you're smart enough. Whatever, build yourself up. All right, I'm working on myself too over here. Cheers. That's what that's what tasting wine tastes like or sounds like. Ellen, welcome. Hey you. I see you. Thank you for being here. All right, now and just to catch up anybody who's in here, we're talking about Piper Lewis, the now 17-year-old who, when she was 15 and being trafficked and raped by grown ass men, stabbed one of them 30 times, killed him, and has been ordered by decree of an Iowa law that that she has to pay $150,000 to the family of the man she killed. Now, bright side to this, in addition to Piper not going to jail, but being under 5 years probation, is that she, let me see, she has like a GoFundMe was put up in her name, and it's raised about $323,000, which is more than twice, and that's in 48 hours. That's more than twice the amount she needed for the the sentence to pay that off. So that's covered. So that's one layer of this issue that I won't complain about, is that it's there's no money coming out of her pocket for this. But to be honest, I do not believe that the family of this rapist deserves any money. Like, I don't care if he was the breadwinner, the mayor, the goddamn governor. Uh, and not that the family should be held accountable for the man's actions, but yeah, they certainly shouldn't benefit off of it. I mean, like, thoughts and prayers for the loss of your rapist husband or whatever, or father. I don't know, but not no $150,000. The fuck do they deserve that money for, man? It's not like he was some bus driver alpha shift just walking across the street, run over by a drunk driver. Good guy, went to church every week. No, he's a fucking child molesting rapist trafficker. How the fuck does his family deserve any money at all? For what? Like, have your law, Iowa, if you need it, have your law. But like, you can't nuance this shit. Like, you can't read. There's no flexibility in that law for an instance like this, which is obviously different. Can't be what the law was intended for. Kill your rapist, pay the family, go home. What? Killing rapists should be free, especially if it's your rapist. Like, it should be really free to do that. And then that's the thing. Like, the state doesn't deny what happened. They know she was trafficked. They know she was raped. They know that. B, you're late. We gotta call you QB now. I've decreed no one king or queen anymore. I'm sorry. I don't mean to diminish your status or your lands or your claims, but House Targaryen shall fall. All right, that went a little too far, but QB, I see you. Welcome to it. Give me jumping jacks for being late. We are talking about Piper Lewis, the girl who was ordered to pay $150,000 for killing her rapist. But luckily isn't going to jail. Thanks, Judge. But yeah, I don't see how the family, I just don't see how the family is owed any money. They're This guy, Zachary Brooks, was not a good person. Sorry, you don't get no $150,000 for losing a shithead rapist. That can't be. How's that a come up? That can't be a come up. You gotta lose the person and mourn that shit and then deal with him being a teenage rapist and all the ills that come. But you don't get no 150,000 for that. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? All right. Adverb does ask, what about the girl, Piper Lewis? What does she get in regards to her suffering? Well, like I said, there she gets freedom after heavily supervised probation for 5 years, but after that, allegedly freedom. Although they darn sure find a way to violate you when you're on probation, don't they? They sure do find ways to get you back in jail or in jail when you're on probation and parole and things like that. But like I said, she did raise 300 and well, her cause raised $323,000. So she got about 173 left. Yeah. And she got like $173,000 left. So um there's that. I mean, I don't know if that covers being trafficked and raped. Adverb about, you minister of defense. I don't know who minister of finance here. Uh yeah, AJ Fit, welcome to it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I know I don't have a banner up, but I've been talking about Piper Lewis, um, and her sentencing and but she has raised. Let me see. What'd you say though? He says, "Black in Iowa and stabbing someone 30 times. Be happy Iowa is a red super white state." Yeah, maybe that's the bright side. 150K must be a black man because it's not 500K or higher and no time. So based on the fact that she got no time for it, AJ Fit is positing that the victim must not have been white. Which I don't know his race or whatever, but that sound reasoning in a racist America that is highly illogical about shit like that. That is sound reasoning, AJ. I cannot argue with that. Now, Adverb, you're asking details. I don't know. I don't know if there are other kids being trafficked in this operation or how large that was, but this was absolute for Piper Lewis. Like the state recognizes it, and nobody's denying this her story. It's just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe after 3 stabbings, they would have been like, "Oh, okay, you good." Maybe it's the 30, but I don't know. Oh, the other part that fucks me up is the reasoning um behind her initial like sort of sentencing, or actually behind this $150,000 sentencing, is that because he was asleep, the guy she stabbed, he was asleep. Because he was asleep, he wasn't an immediate danger, right? Now let's repeat that for the class, right? The state of Iowa is saying that because Zachary Brooks was asleep when Piper Lewis stabbed him, that her captor, trafficker, rapist was not an immediate threat.
Motherfucker say what? Motherfucker say what?
I think that when you're being held captive and trafficked and raped, that you're always in immediate danger. Like it really seems to me like every moment of that experience, you are in immediate danger. Like, when is the best time to stab your rapist? A, when he is raping you, or B, when he is sound asleep? The answer is B, motherfucker, especially if you are 15 years old and this nigga is 37. Fuck is she supposed to do? Wait, this motherfucker wide awake with coffee in his system, fresh out the gym. She be like, supposed to hand to hand combat this motherfucker? No. You stab him in his sleep. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? If I was being held captive and trafficked and raped, I'd wait till the motherfuckers went to sleep too. Yeah. Best time to stab your rapist is when you are asleep. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Have I said too much? Holler if you hear me. Damani Jones is asking, so they're saying she should have escaped. I mean, I don't understand the logic of her being held captive, trafficked, raped. You understand that. But at the time when he's sleeping, when your captor is asleep, they're not in immediate danger. I'm like, what? The danger is the captivity, first of all. And then the danger is the trafficking and the rape. Even if it's not actively happening at the moment. Fuck you think's gonna happen when a nigga wakes up? Traffic rape, traffic rape. Yeah, stab him while he asleep. Don't wait till the nigga wake. Don't wait till the traffic rape hour to stab. Stab pre-rape is what I guess what I'm saying. All right. If you get held captive and being trafficked, the best time to do it is pre-rape when they sleep. And the state of Iowa don't understand that. They said the 15-year-old girl is supposed to wait till the man awake. That's why she's paying $150,000, because she stabbed him in his sleep while he was not in immediate danger. If she had just waited until he was awake and at full strength, then her 15-year-old self could have stabbed this 37-year-old 30 times. And everything would have been fine. Are you out of your fucking mind, Iowa? We should take the caucus away from your ass. Why are we listening to these people as voters? Hello? I'm alone today. Shit, there's nobody here. Nazi coming in with he's saying definitely racism involved. Okay, gotta be shit. She black? Okay, hell yeah. In court? Hell yeah. Racism involved. Queen B says QB. You almost got my ass. The raper is supposed to have time to wake up and stretch and wash the coal out of his eyes. Yeah, absolutely. You know, let this motherfucker get his goddamn orange juice and bagel. You stab your raper when they're asleep. Okay, Iowa. If you ever get raped, wait till they go to sleep, then you stab them. Okay, but don't pay the family $150,000 for the rape. That just doesn't make sense. Obviously, the girl was in immediate danger. She's being held captive. By the way, she was on the streets because of an abusive household with her adoptive mother. So, man, you know, when you want to talk about life shitting on a child, I mean, baby girl was getting it, you know, like she was getting the worst of what life has to offer, and Iowa was like, let's just add another layer. Come on, she's already had her ass kicked a few times. What's one more kick? She'll be fine. Oh man, I don't get it, man. So that's all I really have for y'all today was this story, man. I know there's a lot going on, but you know, I also just don't really have as much fun doing this shit by myself, you know, without the banter. But I appreciate you guys in the feed. You guys are always there, and I appreciate the words, except for adverbs sometimes. See, now I don't even know what she's talking about. I might have missed something. Reach around when he's giving you back shots and jab, jab. Oh, there you go. Those are stab back techniques. Okay, I got you. It sounded a little porny. I didn't know where you were going, adverb. It was, reach around had me thinking something, and then back shots. Okay, that is sexual. But the jab jab, then that's knife. Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Knife talk. Uh yeah, that's what I was saying. Queen Bee, yeah, she had an abusive adoptive mother, was escaping that, fell into the clutches of another just venomous demon. Just a demon. Okay. Just over the shoulder, adverb says. So now we're back to porn, I think. I need you to close that Pornhub tab for a second, girl. Stay focused. Oh, right in the neck. Yeah, now we definitely talking about porn. Nasty woman. I like it. Nazi said I wouldn't pay them a dime. Well, technically she's not. Again, $323,000 were raised in her name. 8,000 or so donated. 8,000 people or so donated. The highest donation I think was $5,000. But she technically she's not coming out of pocket for this, which was one silver lining to this for me. And there's $173,000 left over. Um, you know, that she can pocket. So, you know, in theory, in reality, she'll have made more money than the family did off of this. But I'm pretty sure that's not the point. But yeah, I feel you though, Nazi. I don't think that family should get a dime. Now, sue Iowa. That's an interesting. I don't know if that's. I'm not sure what the statute would allow, or what you would necessarily base your argument on. But hey, I'm not opposed to it. Um, I don't know if they violated her constitutional right to stab her rapist and get out of captivity. Maybe that's the. Let's start there and work our way up. Now, listen, I told you when I'm by myself, I don't have time to catch everything. So if I just catch you in the middle of you watching porn, adverb, that's just what I did. I don't have time to scroll up and focus. All right. Yeah. But Annette Davis, ultimately, the whole story is sad as fuck, right? But it's also infuriating as fuck. And motherfuckers say, what is fuck? And it's savage as fuck of Iowa to but not our kind of savage. We're like good savage as fuck. But that this kind of savagery it just doesn't make sense. And I hate when, judges and juries and they get into space. Well, the law says that we have to motherfucker. Sometimes fuck the law, right? Like sometimes obviously the law doesn't apply to this in the right way to this specific scenario. Can we all just gain some common sense and just understand that that little girl should have been allowed to do whatever she needed to do to get out of that situation? Whatever she needed to do to get out of that situation. Even if she could have crawled out the window and was like, "No, let me stab this motherfucker," she might have saved the next little girl, right, from going through what she was going through. So it's all justified at that point, especially when we're talking about children, trafficking, and rape. Like this is, that's why I joined QAnon. Okay, clean up these streets. Imagine my black ass in QAnon. Oh Lord. Okay. Phenom coming with it. God damn. This is our new attorney general on the show, Phenom Brown. She said, sue for judicial overreach. Hit him with the verbs, girl. Also, she could sue the state as a minor who was mistreated by the state and get all the therapy and money for school and hopefully heal and change her life. Well, she did have very positive things to say Piper Lewis, that is. Let me see. She said, "My spirit has been burned, but still glows through the flames. Hear me roar, see me glow, and watch me grow. I am a survivor." So these are just some of her words in address to the situation and to the judge. So uh, I feel like she's probably, obviously not knowing her and having, but these words seem to express a person who is on the rise, from rising from ashes, but has definitely lived a dark life for the first 15 to 17 years of it, and dodged a bullet here that you know she should not have had to dodge. She could be our next Maya Angelou. Well, there you go. Nazi calls it justifiable homicide. It's got to be, and I don't know how else you would call that. Um, See, Adverb got a. He said that sounds like Reba McEntire's song. Whatever lifts you up. It ain't all got to be Mary J. But Miss Adverb asked again who sought charges. I believe it was the state prosecutors. Uh, so I think that's where that started. But this and unfortunately, this is not a unique case. There's a woman serving time for shooting in the air to warn her abuser to stay away. Um, and she didn't even kill anybody or shoot at a motherfucker and ended up in jail. So obviously we know our society has issues with even believing women when they report abuse, but and assaults. But there seems to be an even greater double standard for women of color, and almost a punishment for being abused. That is part of America's ugly racist head. Let me see. AJ Fitz says, "Look at the good and no more rape, and won't be on the street, and got away in a white state that loves locking up black people with killing someone." Called Guinness Book of World Records. I guess when you put it like that, AJ, she might be 20 years from now. On this day in Black history, a Negro escaped Iowa with $173,000. And that'll just be the story. We'll whitewash it. We'll forget about it. We'll just like, she got away with money. Fuck it, and she got the fuck out. But yeah, there, a lot of we could be talking about the story in a different way about her life sentence or whatever. Sadly, it's one of those, you just take this one on the chin and shut the fuck up, Black America. Uh, so yeah, that's what it is for y'all today, man. That's a motherfucker will say what a Dro solo. But may that flame glow bright and that fire burn hot for Piper Lewis as she moves on with her life as a free woman, with some money in her pocket. Is certainly not enough. And I like the idea of suing Iowa. Nazi, Phenom Brown, thank y'all for laying out a possible path towards that. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that. That being said, I think it'll just be Dro solo tomorrow. So you're welcome. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This show, Savage AF, will be back here for you. I think Shane said he won't be there, but we'll get it done for you, and we'll talk about some more things. But this one was weighing heavy on me, so I was glad I was able to get that out to you guys. That being said, man, you know the motto, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. Listen, until tomorrow, stay black if you are. Do not be black if you're not. Keep your finger out your nose.